Africa's children return. They carry hope in their hearts. A longing for home burns bright. They dream of a continent reborn, a place where their skills and knowledge can build a better future. This is their birthright.
Their ancestors whisper tales of a glorious past, a reminder of the strength and resilience that flow through their veins. They are determined to rewrite the narrative, to reclaim their place on the global stage.
This is the African dream, a dream of prosperity, unity, and belonging, a dream fueled by the belief that they can make a difference, that their contributions will help heal old wounds and forge a brighter tomorrow.
They arrive with open arms, ready to embrace the challenges and triumphs that lie ahead. This is a story of hope, a story of resilience, a story that deserves to be told. The reality is harsh. It greets returnees with a cold embrace. Instead of open arms, they find suspicion. Instead of support, they encounter obstacles. The very land they yearn to rebuild often treats them as outsiders. Their dreams collide with a wall of indifference. The challenges are immense.
Immigration officials meant to be gatekeepers become extortioners. They demand bribes, preying on the vulnerability of those returning home. This corruption is a betrayal. It shatters the image of a continent eager to welcome its children. It breeds disillusionment and despair.
The emotional toll is heavy. Many returnees grapple with feelings of alienation and rejection. They question their decision to return. The dream they held so dear begins to fade. This is the story of a broken promise, a story of disillusionment and despair, a story that must be acknowledged. Meet Abena, a brilliant scientist. She left Ghana as a child. She built a successful career abroad. She returned, eager to share her expertise. But her qualifications were dismissed. Her ideas were met with skepticism. She was told, "You are no longer one of us."
Then there is Aid, a skilled engineer. He returned to Nigeria, filled with hope. He wanted to contribute to his nation's growth. Instead, he faced bureaucratic nightmares. His projects stalled, his dreams turned to dust. He felt invisible, his talents wasted.
These are just two stories among many. Each story is a testament to the pain and frustration of unfulfilled dreams. The stories are a stark reminder of the human cost of indifference and exclusion. They are a call for empathy and understanding. We must listen to these stories. We must learn from them. We must act to ensure that no other returnee experiences such heartbreak. Why do these struggles persist? The answers are complex. Colonialism cast a long shadow. It fractured societies, exploited resources, and sowed seeds of division. This legacy lingers. It manifests in weak institutions, corruption, and a lack of trust. Neocolonialism continues to exert its influence. It perpetuates economic dependence and undermines African agency. It reinforces the narrative of a continent in need of saving, a narrative that ignores the strength and resilience of its people. Internalized oppression plays a role. Some Africans have absorbed the negative stereotypes imposed by the West. They view returnees with suspicion, seeing them as too westernized. This internalized bias creates a climate of exclusion. Addressing these root causes is crucial. We must dismantle the structures of oppression. We must challenge negative stereotypes. We must foster a sense of unity and shared purpose.
The time for division is over. Africa must unite. We must recognize that our strength lies in our collective power. We must stand together as brothers and sisters to build a future worthy of our ancestors.
Governments must create welcoming environments for returnees. They must streamline immigration processes, tackle corruption, and provide support for returning professionals. They must invest in education, healthcare, and infrastructure.
Civil society organizations have a crucial role to play. They must advocate for the rights of returnees. They must hold governments accountable. They must foster dialogue and understanding between different communities.
Each one of us has a responsibility. We must challenge negative stereotypes. We must embrace our diversity. We must work together to create a more inclusive and just society. The struggles of African returnees are largely absent from Western media narratives. The focus remains on poverty, conflict, and disease. This one-dimensional portrayal ignores the complexities of the African experience. It reinforces harmful stereotypes and perpetuates a sense of otherness.
This silence is deafening. It allows the injustices faced by returnees to continue unchecked. It prevents the world from seeing the full picture of Africa's potential and resilience.
It is time for Western media to move beyond simplistic narratives, to amplify the voices of African returnees, to tell their stories with accuracy, empathy, and respect. The world deserves to know the truth. The call for reparations is not about blame. It is about acknowledging the lasting legacy of colonialism and its impact on the African diaspora. It is about justice, healing, and creating a more equitable future. Reparations can take many forms. Financial compensation is essential, but it is not enough. We must also address the systemic inequalities that persist today. This includes investing in education, healthcare, and economic empowerment in Africa. It is time for a global conversation about reparations, a conversation that centers the voices of those who have been marginalized and silenced for too long, a conversation that leads to meaningful action. We cannot move forward without addressing the past. Despite the challenges, hope remains. The spirit of Africa is strong. Her people are resilient. The dream of a united and prosperous continent is alive. Let us honor the sacrifices of those who fought for liberation. Let us build on their legacy. Let us create a future where every African at home and abroad feels a sense of belonging. The journey ahead is long, but together we can overcome any obstacle. Let us move forward with courage, determination, and unwavering belief in the power of our collective dreams. A new dawn is breaking over Africa, a dawn of hope, unity, and boundless possibility. The spirit of Africa is strong. Her people are resilient. The dream of a united and prosperous continent is alive.